I'll just come around here because you can see me a bit more clearer. My name's Peter Foyava. I'm the groom's older brother. And as of 5:04 p.m, 2nd of October 2020, this year of COVID-19 and everything else, I'm glad to say I'm Claire's brother-in-law. Yes. We thought this day would never come, and it's finally arrived, and it's not failed us. It's everything that we expected it to be, Claire and Jonas. So thank you very much for bringing us together. We took for granted for a long time, shaking hands and embracing and just enjoying each other's social company. And here we are, despite a little microbe that has managed to destroy economies around the world, we're here celebrating. So thank you, Claire and Jonas. Thank you for that. As your brother-in-law, the warmest of welcomes to the Foyava family.
Thank you.
You look absolutely exquisite. Alicia and Marianne, you look beautiful as well. Thank you very much. Aaron, your certificate of participation. Thank you, Aaron. No, I've enjoyed having Aaron's company. We've been around with Jonas all day, keeping him calm. And the strangest thing, I had prepared a speech actually, but I've thrown it away because I was so impressed by Jonas's behaviour. The guy was actually rowing on my rowing machine at home just to do some quick workout just before this big day. And he couldn't help but lose some extra calories for his wife. Thank you.
I didn't do the same, but thanks for it.
No, he's very calm today. And, I was impressed, Claire. Last night I went over with a care package from Burger King to give to her husband, and he was practicing his vowels, and his vowels were like just spot on. He spoke from the heart, and he meant every word that he meant. Jonas, I was so impressed by your vowels. And Claire, I was so impressed by you. I think you two will just set the standard for all married couples. And, I think that's what scared Father Paul away, because you set the standard too high. The tradition of the best man comes from the 16th century, from the Germanic Goths. And who are they? Well, you might have heard of Rome. You might have heard of Julius Caesar and all the Roman legions. The Germanic Goths were like really badass people. They beat the Romans, and they brought about what we call the Dark Ages. So the tradition of the best man comes from the 16th century. And it was the role of the best man to actually go in and kidnap the bride. To go in and steal her away from her village or her disapproving family. And usually that meant the best man had to be the best swordsman. Now this is the 16th century. Now I'd like to say that Claire, I didn't need to steal you away at all from your family or from your community, because Jonas has stolen your heart a long time ago. You heard it 2 years ago. And Jonas has done that effectively. Now, I would like to think of myself as a great swordsman, but I'm not. Jonas is actually Claire's knight in shining armour. And this couple impresses me so much. I've had the privilege of growing up, and as the older brother, Jonas as the younger brother, we were separated by 7 years. So that meant that I never actually had the opportunity to go to school with Jonas. And that was one of my worst things that I missed out, because I'd love to go to school with him. But we're just at the right age that we missed each other. So we missed each other at primary school, we missed each other at high school, we missed each other at university. But I'm very blessed that I had DJ Forbes here, because he was here and he actually looked after my brother on the bus going to St. Mary's Annandale, made sure that my brother was safe. I had a lot of anxiety as an older brother looking at my other brother across the road and seeing him catch that bus alone. Knowing that DJ Forbes was there gave me a great peace. Thank you, DJ, who's here tonight as one of our guests, with his lovely wife, Lisa. And I'm just winning it here, actually. I say the prepared speeches for court. And they get the results. But today, I thought I'd speak from the heart. And Claire, you're such a stabilizing force for my brother. Since you've come on the scene 2 years ago, I haven't seen my brother so fit, so healthy, so determined. He is like ready to like become the Robocop, keep us safe from the bad guys. And that's why I'll never ever practice criminal law again. Jonas will go to Prana to the police college and become a sterling police officer. But Claire, in all seriousness, thank you for your influence on Jonas. You've just brought him such peace and such serenity that he's able to fulfill lifelong dreams that he probably thought for a long time eluded him. But you've made that, and that's because you're Claire. And now you're Claire for your other hunt. So, thank you, Claire. I heard this week that Sir David Attenborough has joined Instagram. Now, Sir David Attenborough you might know, because my dad knows, and your dad knows, and everyone knows. Sir David Attenborough does Our World and all the discovery programs about animals, about our planet. And he joined Instagram, which is the social media platform. And he broke a record this week. He broke the record getting a million followers fastest than anyone else on the planet. So it got me thinking, how do I acknowledge that in this speech? It got me thinking, why do zebras and wildebeest travel together? I asked the question not long ago to my very wise sister Maddie and my brother-in-law Craig. Why do zebra and wildebeests travel together? So just ponder that. I'll come back to it later. But today we heard from the second reading, well actually the first reading, our only reading today was from Corinthians, and it was about love. Love is patient, love is kind, love does not boast. I like to say that as the older brother looking at Jonas, Jonas is the best of us siblings. Jonas comes from a family of 4, if you don't know. He has 3 older siblings, 2 sisters and me. Jonas represents the best of all of us because he is a mix of everyone. He has the fire of Maddie, who has a temper like Mike Tyson. He has the reflective soul of me, who's like Einstein. And he has the humour of my sister Fiona, who's like Jerry Seinfeld. He has the mix of all of us, and he blends it well. And Simon and Shelley, can I say that your sister has scored herself a keeper? Jonas is not an Ellen DeGeneres who has one persona here and another persona here. Jonas is, as you see him, he is genuine, he's honest, he's kind, as my dad said. He's bona fide, he is 100% genuine. And I just thank all of you today. I used to like take these gatherings together for granted. You know, I thought, if I go to a wedding, I go to 21st. But this year, all years, I've just like appreciated this so much. And my wife's looking at me, telling me to finish. And I've said the David Attenborough thing about the wildebeest and the zebra, so I can't finish it. So set precedent. But I appreciate everyone who's come here tonight to celebrate this momentous occasion with Jonas and Claire. I really appreciate that. And we have a lot of other family members that couldn't make it tonight. We have cousins, we have aunts and uncles that would have loved to have been here, but because of travel restrictions, because of this little microbe we call COVID-19, they can't come. But they're here with us in spirit, and acknowledge each and every one of you tonight coming here today, and acknowledge the spirit of our families and even our past ones, the ones that are eternally blessed with our Heavenly Father. They're here with us today celebrating this occasion. So, I come to the end of the speech. So what's this whole thing about zebras and wildebeests? Well, you might not know, but wildebeests have a very poor sense of hearing, but they have a great sense of sight. Zebras, they have a great sense of hearing, but they have very poor sight. So these two species, totally different, come together. And it's their differences that combine them and make them stronger. And they're together, they can travel the plains of Africa, and they can be safe from all the lions and the tigers and everything else that wants to kill them, because they're working together, harmonizing those differences together. And that's what Jonas and Claire do. They are different human beings, but because of their differences, they can work together, which they've done countless times. They will accomplish anything. Jonas and Claire, I have no doubt, 100%, as Claire would often say, 100% that you'll overcome any difficulties that life throws in your way. Thank you everyone for coming tonight to celebrate this momentous occasion with Jonas and Claire. So I'd like to propose a toast. If you've got a glass, please raise it with me now. And I'd like to propose this toast. Jonas and Claire, it's a special feast day in the Catholic Church. Today is the feast day of the Holy Guardian Angels. And St. Thomas Aquinas tells us that the guardian angels are there to protect each and every one of us. May your guardian angels, Jonas and Claire, protect you during this time, this amazing journey that you are going to do together as husband and wife. Amen. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your night.